Hello, I'm Paul Griffiths, Senior Health and Safety Consultant at Greenhat Consulting. Welcome to Free Resource Course Series 12, Display Screen Equipment. The agenda for this course is Introduction, the Law, Regulations and Responsibilities, Ergonomics, Control Measures, VDUs and Your Health, Exercise Questions. Introduction. Display Screen Equipment, DSE, is a device which has an alphanumeric or graphic display screen, regardless of the display process involved. It includes both conventional display screens and those used in emerging workplace technologies such as laptops, tablets, mobiles, and other similar devices. The display screen equipment is the part of a computer that displays the graphics, text, and numbers. You can think of it as the face of the computer. The law, regulations, and responsibilities. So which regulations apply? The relevant regulations are the Health and Safety Display Screen Regulations 1992. This regulations demand that employers are required to arrange the workplace and the jobs to minimize the risks from VDU work. So who do the regulations apply to? The regulations apply to anyone who uses VDUs for a significant part of their work. What about infrequent VDU users? You have seen that the regulations do not apply to people who only use VDUs occasionally. So does that mean that people who only use VDUs now and again are not covered by any law? No, the requirements for suitable workstations do apply, and the employers are still required to protect them under the normal health and safety at work legislation. Do the regulations apply to the self-employed? No, the regulations do not apply directly to self-employed. They can apply if the self-employed person is working in a client's premises using their workstation. The client employer then becomes responsible for assessing and reducing the risks and must ensure that any equipment and the workstation comply with minimum standards and provide the same information they would give to employees. However, client employers do not have to plan the work, organise breaks, offer training or provide eye tests. Employers' responsibilities. The regulations outline a set of general objectives for the employer to achieve rather than laying down precise technical requirements or demanding specific approved equipment. Employers' responsibilities. The objectives are assess and reduce the risks from workstations, make certain workstations fulfill minimum requirements, arrange the work to include breaks and changes of activity, make eye tests available if requested, provide glasses if required, and supply health and safety training and information. Assess and reduce the risks from workstations. This means examining the whole workstation and checking the suitability of the equipment, furniture, and also the work environment. The job itself should be examined to ensure there are no aspects which may cause health problems, and any employees with special needs will have to be considered. Who should do the assessment? It is the employer's responsibility, but it makes sense to involve the employees and the safety representatives, as they will have the experience of using the equipment and doing the job. Staff and their representatives should be encouraged to report any health problems. Minimum requirements for workstations. What are the minimum requirements for workstations? Basically, workstations should be designed to fit the worker. So for example, chairs need to be adjustable and lighting needs to be appropriate to the task. The most important thing to bear in mind is the health and safety of the worker. Planning the work. This means arranging the work to include breaks and changes of activity if necessary. There are no rules laid down in the regulations about the spacing or length of breaks, only the requirement to provide them and to arrange the work to include a change of activity. The guidance on the regulations advises short frequent breaks and suggests that where possible these are left to the discretion of the individual worker. Ergonomics. Employers must assess VDU workstations with the people who use them to ensure there's enough space, satisfactory lighting, no distracting glare or reflection on or behind the screen, no noise distraction, suitable desk, seating and equipment. So to avoid problems, key areas to look out for are individual requirements, equipment, ergonomics, environment and work tasks. Getting started. Your employer has an obligation to train you in the job and in the use of any equipment which includes the office furniture, so you should know how to adjust your chair and screen. So now you need to know what the best working position is for you. We will give you the guidelines over the following slides. Your posture is important. Good posture supports the back and the internal organs and reduces strain on the joints and muscles. So remember that how you sit will affect how you feel. Try not to sit still in the same position for too long. Changing your position improves the blood flow and will keep you alert. Moving is good, but stretching to reach things is not. Rearrange your workstation to allow easy access to things you need most often. The chair. Chairs should conform to DSE regulations and associated British standards depending on what the workstation is used for and who uses it. They should incorporate adjustable seat height and angle. The backrest rake should also be adjustable to support the lower back, and the chair should have a 5-star caster base. It's unlikely that your desk will adjust, so you need to adjust your chair to get the right working height. What is the right working height? A rough guide is to have your forearms horizontal and your eyes level with the top of the screen. The workspace. There should be sufficient space to work. This includes space for documents or extra equipment in addition to your computer, screen, keyboard and mouse. Arrange your workspace to minimize stretching and straining, particularly on the neck and awkward eye movements. Move your keyboard, screen, mouse and documents around until you find the best layout for you. Do not store boxes or equipment under your desk. You need room to move your legs and feet about. The VDU. The top of the screen should always be adjusted to be level with your eyes. Avoid glare or reflection on the screen. This means it is best not to face or have the screen face the window or bright lights. If it is unavoidable, then use curtains or blinds to reduce excess light. If you have personal lighting, adjust it so it does not reflect on the screen. Using the screen. Here are some things you should do to make using the screen easier and protect yourself from eye strain. Make sure the screen is adjusted to suit the lighting in the room. Check the brightness and contrast. Keep the surface of the screen clean. Make sure the text is set at a comfortable readable size and in sharp focus. Use colours that make text easy to read. For example, black text on a white background, as opposed to say red on blue. If you notice any flickering on the screen, the equipment should be adjusted, and if that does not help, it will need servicing. The keyboard arrangement. Most keyboards can be adjusted for angle. You are aiming to be able to use the keyboard with your forearms in a horizontal position. If it is possible, arrange a space in front of the keyboard to rest your hands and wrists during non-typing periods. Good keying technique will protect you, so remember to keep your wrists as straight as possible, always tap the keys softly as a soft touch protects the joints, and never overstretch the fingers. When you use a mouse or other similar pointing device, your muscles are held under tension, and this may cause aches and pains in the joints of your fingers, hands, wrists, arms or shoulders. This is also an issue with keyboards, but the problem tends to be more noticeable with mouse use because all the work is done by one hand and up to 2 fingers. The mouse, what's the solution? Good posture and technique. Keep your arm relaxed and your wrist straight. Only rest your fingers on the buttons and press gently. Move the mouse closer. Take frequent short breaks. Use the mouse only as needed. Alternate mouse use to keyboard work or chain tasks. Try a different type of mouse. Flexible working. Many more people are working flexibly, from home, in public areas, whilst travelling. You should try to limit the time work in these areas to a couple of hours. If you're doing a lot of typing on a tablet, consider a separate keyboard and adjust the position and angle of the tablet so that you maintain good body posture. What are the solutions? You've seen some of the health hazards associated with prolonged laptop use. So what are the solutions? Use full-sized equipment wherever possible. Sit comfortably, protect your back. Angle the screen to reduce glare reflections. Take frequent short breaks. Raise or lower the keyboard to a comfortable typing level. Most jobs have built-in options for a change of task, which allow you to take a break from the video. Remember, it is better to take lots of short breaks rather than a smaller number of long ones. VDUs and your health. So why do people think VDUs are a problem? The facts suggest the cause of most problems is related to the ways in which the VDUs are used, rather than with the VDUs themselves. Workplace VDU problems can be largely averted by good planning. This means workplace design and layout and workstation layout. RSI. RSI stands for repetitive strain injury. But did you know it would be more accurately called upper limb disorders because that is the area most affected. So what causes RSI? RSI appears to be connected to working with VDUs, but is there a physical cause? There may be some physical cause related to the tendency of operators to work for long periods without breaks. However, there is evidence to suggest that stress plays a large part, and VDU users who are stressed are far more likely to suffer RSI than their less stressed counterparts. So why should someone who is stressed be at a greater risk of RSI? It is possible that because stress causes tight, tense muscles, it affects posture. This makes people sit, stand, and move awkwardly, and so increases the effects of repeated movements and the risk of RSI. Can workplace design be a cause of RSI? Yes, poor workplace design may stress workers and can influence posture and working positions, which can lead to RSI. For example, a good layout would position desk and chair at the right heights to optimize keyboard and mouse usage, thus reducing back and upper limb strains. Setting the VDU at eye level reduces eye strain and protects the neck and shoulders. So you can see that by not addressing these issues, a poorly designed workplace could cause and exacerbate physical problems. Upper limb disorders. These are usually short-term complaints consisting of aches, pains, pins and needles in the upper limbs, which can be relieved by rest or change of working position. The areas most affected are hands, wrists, arms, neck, shoulders, back. VDUs and headaches. Headaches can often be attributed to glare from the screen, low-grade images, the need for spectacles, work-related stress, fear of change or new technology, insufficient breaks, and poor posture, or any combination of the above. Do VDUs give out harmful radiation? No, VDUs give out visible light, which is what enables you to see the screen, and a small amount of electromagnetic radiation. Electromagnetic radiation can be harmful at high levels, but emission from VDUs does not reach anywhere near dangerous levels. This means that protective clothing and goggles are not required and the employer does not have to check radiation levels from the equipment. VDUs and skin disorders. Although these are rare, some people have experienced skin problems such as skin irritation, rashes, other skin problems. What causes these problems? There is no known cause, but there is a theory it is specific conditions caused by VDU equipment, such as the dryness of the air, or the build-up of static electricity combined with the susceptibility of the individual that is to blame. Is there a solution? There is some evidence to suggest that changing two things in the workplace may help, by improving the circulation of fresh air and increasing the humidity. VDUs and epilepsy. Although most epilepsy sufferers are able to use VDUs safely, there's a slight risk to people who are photosensitive because flickering lights or stripe patterns may in certain circumstances trigger an attack. The solution is to keep the screen well maintained and properly adjusted, which should avoid the problem. Eye tests and special glasses. Employers are obliged to provide and pay for eye tests if requested by employees, covered under the regulations. Tests may be required at further intervals, as recommended by the opticians, and these are also the responsibility of the employer. Prescription spectacles. Should there be a need for prescription spectacles, specifically to enable the worker to do their job, then these must be provided by the employer. Supply health and safety training and information. Employees need to be trained to use VDUs and workstations correctly and safely. They need sufficient information to protect themselves and their future health. For example, why it is important to adjust a chair to the correct height to avoid back or neck strain and how to do it. Employers need to provide health and safety information on VDUs, copies of the booklet Working with VDUs, details of the steps taken by the employer to comply with the regulations, for example, reducing risks and arranging breaks. Documents can be found at the HSE website. VDUs and eyesight. VDUs themselves do not cause eye problems or contribute towards permanent eye damage. However, long periods of VDU work can leave the operator with tired, uncomfortable eyes, which can lead to an awareness of previously unnoticed eye problems. Why do VDU operators get tired eyes? People have a tendency to stare at the monitor for long periods without blinking, which leads to dry, tired eyes. What can you do to reduce the problem? Check VDU position, check VDU settings, check lighting levels, get your eyes tested. What about contact lens wearers? The problem for contact lens wearers could be a result of the heat from the equipment, causing their eyes to dry out. So what's the solution? Blink more frequently, use a humidifier to counteract the drying effects, and teardrop substitutes might help. Please now complete the exercise questions and send back to Green Hat to gain your certificate.